If you're not from the United Kingdom, that will mean nothing to you.
And will be really, really awful to hear. Let's do the obligatory, you're live streaming thing. Hello, can you hear us?
Oh, sorry, I thought you were going to be like Davina McCall on Big Brother. You are live to the nation, don't
Do
say
not
fuck
swear.
or bugger.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Hello, Worstwood Forward listeners and viewers. Do give us a shout out and let us know that we have appeared on your screen and that you can hear us.
Yes, please do. If you can, well, we can see Ed Mail, Nell, David Harrington, and Tyler, I imagine, is with you as well.
We've already sworn. There's a child in the audience. We've already
well,
sworn.
I mean, legally a child, but spiritually 37, I feel. Welcome to Barry's flat.
Yeah. And my puffin.
And his puffin, made by former guest
Dan Quirk.
Yes.
Dan Quirk. World's Worst Visual Effects. Is that the episode? Yes.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I love that.
effects.
Like, normally it'll be for streams like this, there might be advertising in between sections, or maybe product. But we do have product placement. Our product placement is a puffin.
Puffin, yes. Go to @DanQuirk1 on Instagram and ask him to paint you a bird of your choice.
Yes, go to www.puffins.com.
I'm seeing someone saying that you can see us. Can you hear us? Can you hear us? Yes, David has responded to us. David has said we have ruined his child with our swearing, so we'll assume that everything else is audible, which is good. I cannot tell you how many hours in the past week I have spent dry running using OBS for the first time.
I cannot tell you how few hours this week I have spent not dry running OBS and just trusting that Barry, as the more technical part of this duo, will do it. And Barry is rewarding himself with pizza. Hello, also Danny Rocott. Hello, someone who has said, like in true horror story language, "We see you." Oh, yeah. David, sorry. Do you know what David is? It's because you had a 3 in your name. It threw me. But "We see you," firstly, makes me think that you are Legion, and also makes me feel like you're just going to appear behind us at any moment. Hello, Martin. John Robinson. Hello, John.
Lovely.
What a lovely crew we've got here. I mean,
Do let us know what snacks you've gone for, by the way. I've just taken pizza out of the oven, so that's cooling beside Ben and I, which we'll sort of bash into once we start the film. We've also got an enormous bowl of popcorn, salted, the only correct type of popcorn. When I say enormous, it's literally the size of Ben's head.
Yeah. Hello, Lucy. Hello, Kayla.
And a pick and mix, which I got in co-op, because if you go to the cinema, you can't just have the salty, you have to have the sweet, but in the form of the pick and mix.
This is proper hipster popcorn because it is salt, pepper, olive oil,
and butter,
and
all
butter.
of the fats.
I've just
the 4 essential food groups.
Like this exists. The only reason popcorn exists is to make you thirsty, so you buy more drink and make more money for the cinema industrial complex.
Yes.
And stupidly, whilst you laid on some lovely non-alcoholic drinks for me, I stupidly forgot to bring any booze with.
I know, I should have said. Danny, who's arrived late, asking who's that behind. No, Martin, who's arriving late, asking who's that behind us. That's my puffin.
No, I think he's trying to fuck with us.
Oh, right. Oh, I see. Oh, as in, who's that behind?
Yeah. Just for full disclosure. So last week was my wife's birthday. We meant to go out for dinner. She got COVID, so we didn't. So we watched a lovely romantic movie at home called Hereditary. And my wife is an unfeeling fembot who simply cannot be scared. Whereas I was absolutely 100% terrified, but it means not that I'm expecting Plan 9 to be terrifying, but I feel inoculated against any horror that might be about to appear.
Danny Grocott, excellent shout on the salted caramel chocolate digestives. Oh my god, that sounds amazing. And a G&T.
Yeah. I don't know if that works as a taste pairing.
Yeah, it's the ultimate. The ultimate dunking sensation.
The quinine and the salted caramel really meld together well.
Right, what time are we? I'm going to give it till 10 minutes into the stream time, just so people who are arriving late...
This is the trailers?
Yeah, this is the trailers.
What can we trail?
What's coming up? What's coming out soon?
No, hang on. I know how to do this.
Ben has stepped away and left me at the mic. And, oh, yes, I see. Just looking for props around my flat. Any second now. Yeah, sure. Given we're going to use some of the audio for this as a third foot at some point, this is going to be great. Okay. Coming soon. There's going to be a Lego thing of some sort.
It's the Lego Movie 3. All about reality. Everything is awful. We're all doomed and we're going to die.
This is like Lego
Everything
7,
is
isn't
awful.
it?
Yeah.
This is Gwyneth Paltrow's Lego head.
Next, coming to a cinema near you soon. He was a flying elephant who got tangoed by the CIA. Welcome to Dumbo, Agent Orange.
Oh, God. Oh, orange elephants on parade.
Yeah.
As if that song wasn't creepy enough already.
Sorry, Orange Elephants on Parade is the weirdest day in the Protestant calendar in Northern Ireland. That's how to liven those up.
Yeah.
Right, where are we at? 2 more minutes to go.
It's just another Star Wars film. It's just another Star Wars film.
Yeah.
It's just another Star Wars film.
Yeah, we don't
Nobody
need any
cares.
more of them.
That'll be quick.
We don't need them. Oh, I like Danny Grocott saying the trailer is for a new government coming in for about a week or so.
Yeah. They've all got limited runs at the moment.
Yeah. God, just... I was about to say, don't you dream of government in repertory? But that's actually what we have. It's the same people just going round.
I wish
round.
they weren't constantly trying government out in like small venues.
Yeah.
10 Downing Street's just a fringe venue and lots of like, you know, open mic nights, just all having a go at being Prime Minister.
That's what they should do, which they sort of do, especially more in America with the old senators and governors. But it should be like councils should be like the first round of the FA Cup. And if you run a council well enough, you slowly go down and down till you win, till you become able to run a government. Who said they run peanuts? Someone on
Ed
raisins.
Mail.
Martin's rice pudding cold from the tin, because Martin is communicating to us from an Anderson shelter in 1941.
Right. We're nearly up to 22. So we're going to sit back and we'll relax and we'll watch Plan 9 from Outer Space, but we'll be chatting along the way. We've got a few Plan 9 facts, and it is the sort of film that, I mean, I would say it doesn't lose much in being talked over.
Yeah. So was Plan 9 was your choice for this?
My choice when we did World's Worst Horror Film with Bishop K. Ali.
Yeah, so I've not watched this yet.
I've watched the opening 5 minutes multiple times in preparing for this. Because they're the 5 minutes I constantly get through as I'm practicing the stream.
Have any of you watched this before?
It is, I think it plays as like, it plays on screen in certain like Planet Hollywoods in America.
I thought you were going to say like The Room.
Yeah, yes, this constantly. And I'm working at an immersive show in London called Phantom Peak, which has a picture house in it. It's like a living, breathing town, and the picture house is currently playing Plan 9 from Outer Space. Because it is out of copyright, hence we can do this.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Just like Winnie the Pooh and Moby Dick.
Oh yeah. So later on, keep an eye out for us inserting.
Keep out for our next stream where we'll be doing a full reading of Moby Dick,
as read by Alan Bennett.
Yeah.
Oh, Moby was wanting some crumpets.
Right.
That's Moby, the electronic
the
artist.
electro-vegan creep.
Yeah. Right. Let's switch over to movie mode. Wait, let's see if this works. Now we're down at the bottom.
Look, there's a movie. We're being crushed by Bela Lugosi.
David says, do you know there's an operating system called Plan 9 in honor of this film? Good nerd fact.
Very good nerd
And a number of people saying they have seen the film already, so I assume you will know as much about it as we do. All right.
Okay.
I'm going to flick over to Safari on my desktop and get the film going, and hopefully our earphones are still attached to the computer and we can hear it. Fingers crossed. I can hear it. Yeah, good.
I love a classic fanfare, yes.
This is Criswell. Criswell's a real... He was a working psychic. And I read a little bit about
Greetings,
Criswell.
my friend. We are all
Apparently
interested
wrote
in the
all
future,
this himself.
for that
He
is
didn't
where
write
you and
any of
I
this
are going to spend the rest
impression
of our lives. And remember, my friend, future events such as these will affect you in the future.
Good work, Criswell.
You are
Future events
interested
will
in the
affect you in the
unknown,
future.
the mysterious,
He was the
the
personal psychic to Mae
unexplainable.
West.
That is why you are here.
He once predicted she
And
would
now,
become
for the
president
first
of the
time,
USA.
we are
And then
bringing to you
once that happened, she
the full story
and
of what
and
happened
Liberace's brother would
on
take a
that
rocket to the
fateful
moon.
day. We are giving you all the
Wow,
evidence
he was huffing
based
toots when he
only
made
on
that
the secret
prediction, wasn't he?
testimony
Yeah.
of the miserable souls
He also predicted
who
the end of
survived
the,
this terrifying
Black Death
ordeal.
in 1999.
Danny
The
says he
incidents,
can't hear us.
the
that's
places.
good.
My friend, we cannot keep this a secret any longer. Let us punish the guilty.
Hang on, what's my
Let us
computer done?
reward the innocent. My friend, can your heart stand the shocking facts about grave robbers from outer space?
Sex bomb. Now, you can't hear us at all.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Ooh, hello, sex box.
Three sex bots.
I'm gonna make you all There you go. Thank you. Let us know if you can hear us at all. See the credits at the moment. If you can't hear us, I can fix it. We'll go.
I'm just waiting for a really good Hollywood name. So for the J. Edward Reynolds isn't bad.
Thank you, Danny. Okay.
All of us
judging
on
by
this
that,
earth
Danny, I think, can hear us a bit.
Know that there is a time to live.
Tom from
And
Keen
that
is
there
in
is a
this.
time. Yet death is always a shock.
Those two gravediggers,
To
one of
those
them's a
left
producer, one of
behind.
them's a Baptist minister, because there were
It is
apparently
even
Baptist
more of a
ministers
shock
gave money to the
when
film.
death, the proud brother, comes suddenly without warning. Just at sundown, a small group gathered in
turn
silent
the desktop
prayer
volume
around
down
the
a
newly
little
opened
bit.
grave of the beloved wife of an elderly man. Sundown
That
of the
on
day,
the right is Bela Lugosi.
yet also the sundown of
As
the
we
old
know.
man's
Yeah.
heart. For the
And that's
shadows of grief
Laurel and Hardy for some reason.
found
Yes.
his very reason.
Yes, Dudley Manlove. There's a guy called Dudley Manlove in
Now,
this. Yes.
I'm going to try and be better than that. I would happily accept the surname Manlove if the first name wasn't Dudley.
Right.
The
How do you manlove? I manlove Dudley.
graveside.
I get the feeling this is going to be less of a film and more of a mood board.
Yes. Oh, yeah. No, because these were bits they shot for a different film that Bela Lugosi was going to be in. They didn't finish it. Then he died, and then Ed Wood dug out the footage and went, "Oh, we'll just make some sort of film with Bela Lugosi in it." Because they were good friends, apparently, even
It
though
was
Bela
when the
Lugosi's son
gravediggers started
thought
their task
Edward was
that
taking advantage of him.
strange things began to take place.
And now we're in Doctor Strangelove for some reason.
Yep.
15 to 4.
One of my favourite IMDb facts, that curtain behind them is a shower curtain that they use multiple times in this film,
Great.
including once as a shower curtain.
Burbank Tower, this is American Flight 812. Over. Wouldn't surprise me any if he's asleep this time of the morning.
Bit of sass.
American Flight 812, this is Burbank Tower. If I were asleep, you'd never get on the ground. Your
Ooh.
kid maybe ought to leave you up there for good. Over.
You got
That's
me
not
that
how
time,
planes
Mac.
work.
This is American Flight 812.
Yeah.
Yeah, as Martin points out, it's much sunnier where the gravediggers are sitting in those shots.
Oh, wow.
Now we've got a flying saucer.
Over.
These are toys, apparently, from like a make-your-own flying saucer kit
Holy mackerel.
thing.
Burbank Tower to American Flight 812. Are you in trouble?
Trouble?
Take a look for yourself.
I mean,
Shirley, don't call me Shirley.
right, exactly. I'm disappointed that Leslie
Yeah.
Nielsen isn't here yet.
It's nothing
It's
from
already
this
hard
world.
to tell what is the vernacular of the time and what is bad writing, because Holy Mackerel seems
Mayday,
so
Mayday. Stand by, Burbank Tower.
so
I
odd
know,
and
most of them were
that.
asleep. But it was quite a jolt, Jim.
Roger over, yeah.
Good. We'll get her ready for landing. Keep it quiet until we get instructions.
Right.
Okay, Danny.
American Flight 812, reporting to Burbank
I
Tower.
love the fact that
Over.
this cockpit set, you can almost see the edge of it. You know how tiny it is. Okay, someone's died, and then there's flying saucers. That's what we know. The old man's wife has died.
I mean, the flying saucer, it looks like it's being operated by someone beneath the screen with a hairdryer. The third... Perkin 2000 says the third pilot is having a shower behind them. That would be lovely if someone just popped their head through the curtain.
Yeah.
Don't like hearing noise.
Listen to the great dialogue
Especially when
here.
ain't supposed to be any. Yeah, sort of spooky like.
Sort of spooky like.
Maybe we're getting old. Whatever it is gone now. That's the best thing for us too. Gone.
I'm sorry, Laurel and Hardy was wrong. This is Hillbilly Waiting for Godot.
There's very few of the performers in this are actual actors. Like I say. Apparently, one of the conditions of the financing from the Baptist Church was that they allowed them to baptize a load of the cast. So they did it in a swimming pool in Hollywood. James Barrett says the stewardess was briefly married to Wood. Good knowledge.
Nice.
And here comes Vampira.
She was the least favourite of the Thundercats.
Which is an early inspiration for Elvira. In fact, the actress who played Vampira accused Elvira of sort of ripping her off.
Help me, who's Elvira?
Oh, 80s vamp was similar.
Yeah.
Became greater and greater.
Here's Bella
agony.
again. Sad.
The home they had so long shared together.
So this is Dracula in suburbia, is what we're seeing here.
So he's sad over the death of his wife. This is the house apparently of one of the other actors in the show, in the movie.
Palatial.
Covering for her dead body.
It was also going to be called Gravediggers from Outer Space, but the Baptists also objected to that. That's hence the change to Plan 9.
Also, how big a spade are they going to have if they're from in outer space?
She had planted
Very telescopic.
Yes.
with her own hands became nothing more than the lost roses of her cheeks.
I feel like this voiceover is going to happen a lot. Was
He
nothing
wrote
more
loads
than
of it.
Is it Ed Wood doing the voiceover?
No,
By
this is
his
all
great
Criswell.
loss, the old man left that home, never to return again.
I feel...
Cue stock footage of a car.
Sorry, I just feel already like your man who wrote the narrator needs to be locked in a room with the words show, don't tell projected 17 foot high on the wall in front of
Can
him.
we all admire this
Unknown
cardboard
to his
tune
mourners,
that they're all coming out of?
His dead wife.
That looked like a magic trick. I just thought hundreds of people were going to keep coming out.
Yeah.
Tragic.
Tell me something. Why was his wife buried in the ground and he sealed in a crypt?
Hard to bury her in the air, isn't
Something
it?
to do with family tradition. A superstition of some sort.
Oh,
Well, it's getting dark. Let's be on our way.
Let's be on our way.
Then, as two of his mourners left his final resting place,
The Gravediggers!
No!
I was so invested in them!
Look at how long it takes them to get into this car and drive away. It is, a moment of great drama.
Just waiting for them to go, contact!
3-point turn. There they go.
Hang on. Is someone... Catherine Adams, it's a kiddie mausoleum.
Oh, no, Catherine, please. Those two words should not be together.
Listen,
Minutes later, the
children's
police, led by
mausoleum is
Inspector
fine.
Daniel
Kiddie
Clay,
mausoleum
arrived
makes it feel like they're the victims of something terrible.
Listen to Inspector Daniel Kay. I love him.
Medical examiner been around yet?
Just left. The morgue wagon ought to be along most any time.
You get their statement?
Yeah, much as we could. They're pretty scared.
Finding a mess like this ought to make anyone frightened. Have one of the boys take the guy and the girl back to
Has
town.
he just been...
He's not very on top of his lines, is he?
No, it sounds like he's just been hit on the head with a shovel.
Dark out there.
Yeah.
Once you get
Pretty
beyond
dark out
the
there
range of
compared
light,
to the
you'll be
daylight
able
that
to
car
see
was
your hand.
driving.
Yes,
I
exactly.
will get one of the flashlights from the patrol car.
Be careful.
Did
please.
they...
I'm a big boy now, Johnny.
You are a big boy.
Yep.
Looks like the Thing.
Okay, so there's Inspector Daniel Clay, loving his delivery. And apparently because they used a lot of stock footage, it meant obviously there's no optimum dimensions in which to screen the film.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Which obviously was a problem.
Well, so it goes from 4 to 3 to 16 to 9.
Yeah, all sorts different, yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Ratio, aspect ratio. That's
Yes,
the phrase, yeah.
the aspect ratio is the thing that's really undermining my enjoyment of this film so far.
I mean, this is lovely atmospheric.
Yeah, no, I'm enjoying it. This looks like in about 10 minutes' time, he should have his head pulled off by Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. And that long lingering look to the right of the screen does look like he's looking at Ed Wood going, where do I go next?
Great. No, this is filmmaking.
Mm.
No.
He has his moments, does Ed?
Yeah, that was a good 20 seconds.
Say, Lieutenant. Did you get that funny odor?
How could I miss it?
He who smelt it, Delta.
Yeah. I'm sorry. The
That's the 5th siren in the last hour.
meanwhile
Something's
off
happened down
Broadway.
the cemetery.
Yeah.
Police cars and lights. I stopped, but I didn't see anything. Oh well, whatever it is, the morning people carry the whole story.
Oh well.
There's nothing to increase the tension like the phrase, oh
Yeah.
well.
Let's wait till the morning papers.
Lucy will still be up there somewhere.
So this is one of our pilots.
Maybe I am.
I don't think I've ever seen you in this mood before.
I guess it's because I've never been in this mood before.
Something about your flight?
Yeah.
What happened, Jeff?
It's a lovely little toss of the palms.
I saw a flying saucer.
Saucer?
A saucer?
You mean the kind from up
I
there?
love that. I'd like the idea that she thought, I'm going to put my saucer down
Yes.
as I say saucer. That's a lovely decision.
Dan and Edith saw it too.
Shaped
When
like a
it
huge
passed
cigar.
over, the whole compartment lighted up with a blinding glare. Then there was a tremendous wind that practically knocked us off our course.
Well, did you report it?
Yeah, radioed in immediately, and they said we'll keep it quiet until you land. And as soon as we landed, big army brass grabbed us and made us swear to secrecy about the whole thing.
Which I'm now breaking.
Yeah. That's the point at which the CIA all come in through the through the roof and take her away.
About it?
Only there isn't. All but what's the use of making a fuss? But last night I saw a flying object that couldn't have possibly been from this planet. But I can't say a word. I'm muzzled by army brass.
Army brass.
I can't even admit I saw the thing.
Yeah, Danny's right, saying I just want to shake them and say emote, emote. When I was at my primary school, my Jewish primary school, our headmistress, who was sort of like a benevolent trunchbull, she wrote adaptations of both Shakespeare and traditional fairy tales for us, and she'd sit at the front with massive cards on the front, which would say things like louder or better. She would wave better at us a lot.
Yeah.
And I think she would love to have an emote one.
Yeah. 100%. There they go. Apparently they got all the police officers' uniforms through Tor Johnson, is one of the actors. His son, Carl, was an officer in the San Fernando Police Department. Mm-hmm. So they pulled all of the strings they could.
Oh my.
Creepy door open. Love it.
Is that Bella?
That's Bela Lugosi's stunt double, who, as you can see, is taller than Bela Lugosi, has more hair than Bela Lugosi, and also looks nothing like Bela Lugosi, covering his face with that cloak, because at this point, Bela Lugosi is dead.
Yeah.
And Bela even supplied his own cloak for this. It was a cloak he'd used while he was playing Dracula. So the couple of scenes he's in where he has that big heavy cloak on. It is excellent. And there's Vampira.
God, what's happened to her waist?
She also insisted that her character be mute because she didn't want to have to say any of Ed Wood's stupid lines.
Sounds like Kay's in trouble.
Sorry. Okay, the first two shots there were at his ankles.
Right.
If that apparition we saw had something to do with it, come on.
Vampira also did her makeup on the bus on the way to every shoot.
What, so her lipstick was all over her cheeks?
Yeah. There's some excellent gun acting in this bit, if I remember rightly. Yes, and Captain points out, it's Edward's girlfriend's chiropractor is the stunt double for Bella. Look at this gun work by this inspector.
Yeah. He's messed up as bad as those two back there.
Edward's girlfriend's chiropractor is a brilliant support band name.
Yeah.
Your guess as good as mine, Larry.
There we go. Just scratch my face with the gun.
One thing sure. Inspector Clay's dead. Murdered. And somebody's responsible.
Good gun safety.
You're in charge now.
Apparently he did this to see if Edward would notice or object, and Edward didn't.
Yes, sir. Get back up the car.
Oh, no. No, I'm not comfortable with that at all.
Well, how about the lab boys? Who do you think we left back up the car? Boy Scouts? Come on, Larry.
Do they have boys down at the lab?
It's all cinematic magic, DC. That's Danny, isn't it?
No man than to lay down his life
Absolutely
for another.
magical.
It is always difficult to have last words over the grave of a friend.
I like that they can't afford a
And
daylight
Inspector
sky
Daniel
in this
Blake
sound studio.
Was a friend, a dear friend to me and to all of us.
I can't help looking at her and just think Poundland Morticia.
That she was inspired by Morticia, but deliberately made herself less flat-chested, so that it wasn't too much of a rip-off.
Oh, right. What, in case Charles Adams copyrighted it? Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, now is that two UFOs or the same UFO?
Going past twice. Here's some more stock footage of cars.
People turning south from the freeway were startled when they saw 3 flying saucers high over Hollywood Boulevard.
There they go. And here comes the evening news with news of those flying saucers.
Oh, at last the couple on the porch can read about it.
Yeah. That woman is the wife of one of the producers in the phone
woman
box.
startled by the sight in the sky
Apparently.
telephones the police.
No, it's not. It's the Queen. What? Sorry, why is that man struggling to pick up a newspaper?
It's a very heavy edition. Flying saucers go to Vegas.
There comes a time in each man's life when he can't even believe
That was the
his own
shot!
eyes.
That was that. They managed to ruin one of my favourite cliches, which is man with booze drinks booze, sees flying saucer in the sky, and then looks a bottle of booze and then throws it away. That's like one of the best tropes going, and he ruined it. Ugh. Furious Edward.
The army convoy moved into the field.
There's the amount of stock footage in this makes me think of friend of the show and previous guest Matt Heighton.
Yes.
Who, if you don't follow him on Twitter, you should. Matt does. He redoes the intro credits to movies or TV shows using only stock footage, and they are works of art. I think we should ask Matt to redo all of Plan 9, but all with stock footage from elsewhere.
Hello? At this point, you're like, is this film about aliens or is it a film about vampires?
Vampire aliens.
Some lovely actual footage of the military firing some hardware there.
Yeah. I mean, it's leaving the ground as a surface-to-air missile. It's hitting the UFOs as a pea shooter.
Yeah. Edward served in World War II.
Really?
Yep. And he was afraid of being injured in battle more than being killed because he was a transvestite in war women's underwear. He was afraid of like an army medic having to revive him and find him.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, his first 2 marriages ended basically because his partners found out that he was a transvestite. Also loved Angora wool, as I think we discussed. We really liked the feeling of Angora sweaters.
They were gone. Even to the
Now,
piercing
Angora
eye
is a type of
radar
goat,
and
right?
the speeding jet
I can't remember, are those... I don't think those are the type that Dr. Goatballs used.
No, I don't think they are. They should have teamed
Quite
up.
a sight, wasn't it, sir?
A sight I'd rather not be seeing.
Are you worried about them, sir?
Well, they must have a reason for their visit.
No, I'm not fussed.
That would indicate visitors. Big guns, a usual way of
I mean, listen, I know the military need to be detached.
Yeah.
Oh?
For a time, we tried to contact him by radio.
I'm sorry, I'm just waiting for Sergeant Bilko to come on and start giving a bit of hustle.
A small town, I'll admit, but nevertheless a town of people.
Danny Grocott still better than Chibnall's Doctor.
Well, it was covered up by the higher echelon. Take any fire.
I mean, listen, I think we could all get on board with Ed Wood's Doctor Who.
Then wonder. Flying saucers, Captain, are still a rumor.
Lovely work here.
Officially.
I think he's actually an actor.
Beat them off again, sir.
What, the Colonel? Okay.
Where are they from? Where are they going?
They, sir? Who? Oh, this is a training maneuver, sir.
Well, thanks for that contribution, XXX69.biz. Your hot photo would actually be quite appropriate in this scene. It's the sort of thing that Edward would do.
Yeah. Oh. Switching it.
So is that, I don't know, is that a planet or the mothership?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it must be a mothership, isn't it?
Do you know what it looks like? Did you ever have, as a kid, but like a bouncy ball with a ring around it that you could step on? About what was this?
They do Wakanda Forever. So I would say don't clap near the microphone.
Oh, I'm so sorry, everyone.
Such a pro. 6 years of hosting a podcast.
We had to pull in here to Space Station 7 for regeneration. We're returning to the planet Earth immediately thereafter.
Now, is that one Dudley Manlove?
Progress has been made. We contacted government officials.
The guy behind the desk.
They refuse our existence.
Is called John Breckenridge, or Bunny Breckenridge.
What plan will you follow now?
Plan 9.
And he...
It's been absolutely impossible to work through these Earth creatures. Their soul is
drag
to
performer
control.
and openly gay at the time.
Plan 9.
He was an actor and
Plan 9
socialite.
deals with the resurrection of the dead.
No, Plan 9 deals with the resurrection of the dead. There we are. MacGuffin found.
Plans of recent dead.
Long range.
Any of this plan as yet?
Yes, Excellency.
How successful?
Okay, so now we know what's happening at least. But he wanted to be. He wanted to change sex. Because Christian Jorgensen's sex change happened in 1952. That's the first transsexual. And yeah, he tried to save up money, planned to go to Denmark to do it, so he could marry his male secretary.
At least not by anyone who still remains alive.
Again, later in life, he tried to go to Mexico, was in a car accident while travelling to go there. He gave up doing it. Gave up trying to transition. But he talked to Gore Vidal about his life and what he thought would be a biography. And then Gore Vidal wrote Myra Breckenridge. So John Breckenridge is, it's a fictionalized story about.
I like how so many there's so many things in this movie that feel connected to great art and great artists. It's a real sort of like a drive-by on mid-20th century culture.
Yeah.
Yeah, Martin's right. That's no moon. They are very imperial knockoff imperial costumes.
When you consider the Earth people who can think are so frightened by those who cannot.
All that, I mean, I say imperial stormtrooper or not stormtrooper. Excuse me, imperial pilots. Little bit of Cossack dancers outfit about them as well.
Yeah. Away they go. A terrifying sight. Some lovely attempt at shadow physics there over the top of the spaceship.
I mean, shadow physics sounds like a plot point, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen UFOs that look more like they cost 89 pence.
There we are, it's night again, because I can't afford the lights.
I still think you ought to go in town and stay with your mother until I get back.
This is our home, and nothing's going to take me from it. Besides, most men try and keep their wives from going home to Mama.
That's not the point.
That's all the point there's going to be. Now toddle off and fly your flying machine, darling. But if you see any more flying saucers, will you tell them to pick another house to buzz?
She's so brassy.
Don't worry about me.
Oh, you're the only thing I do worry about. Oh, forget about the flying saucers. They're up there.
I love her looking straight down the lens at that point.
But there's something in that cemetery. And that's too
Oh,
close
God,
to
this scene is really making me root for Khrushchev.
The saucers are up there, and the cemetery's out there. But I'll be locked up in there.
You got the emphasis wrong in that
See a
line.
wild blue
But
yonder.
I'll be locked up in there.
You promise you'll lock your doors immediately?
I promise.
Don't side
Besides, I'll
direct,
be back
Barry.
before half an hour is gone, with your pillow beside me.
A pillow?
Well, I have to have something to keep me company while you're away. Sometimes in the night when it does get a little lonely,
Oh, well, hello.
I reach over and touch it. Then it doesn't seem so lonely anymore.
Has she just gotten closer to the mic on his lapel there?
Crazy kid.
Ed Wood did write about 80 pornographic novels late in his life and directed some pornographic films to make ends meet.
Was that the title of one of them?
Yeah. And he struggled a lot for money and died in the late 70s, living in a friend's house because he'd been evicted with his wife from their previous home.
Mm-hmm. Such an awkward leaving there.
Bye, honey.
They do this big passionate kiss and then they separate as if they should go, a delight meeting you.
Yes.
Let us work again soon.
You know I'm not leaving here until you're locked safely inside.
All right, darling.
What loving husband wouldn't want to lock their wife in the home before leaving?
A responsible husband would lock her in the safe.
Why is there no background to the shot of the car?
And be sure you keep the yard lights
I
on.
can't believe the longest continuous scene in this has been them debating the home security of the house. They're just flying a passenger jet again then. You sort of imagined it would have been, they've been called up for military duty. There's the shower curtain again.
You're mighty silent this trip, Jeff. You haven't spoken 10 words since takeoff.
I guess I'm preoccupied, Danny.
We've got 33 passengers back there that have time to be preoccupied. Flying this flybird doesn't give you that opportunity.
I guess you're right, Danny.
This flybird.
Paula?
Yeah.
Oh,
There's nothing wrong
that's
between you two.
Oh,
That's
no,
real-
nothing like
real
that.
man talk.
Just that I'm worried she being there alone and those strange
You know,
things flying
actually,
over the house. And
we shouldn't be so high and mighty and criticise. This is a co-worker has noticed that the man he's working with appears to have something on his mind. He's getting him to talk openly. This is pioneering mental health on display here.
Max should be on duty at the field by now. He could call Paul and relay the message to you.
Hi, Edie.
Hi, Silence. I haven't heard a word from this end of the plane since we left the
Silence?
field.
I've just been giving himself and me a study in silence.
You boys aren't feuding.
No, Edie, nothing like that.
Hey, Edie, how about
Edie,
you
Jeff,
and me
Danny.
calling it up in Albuquerque?
Albuquerque, have you read that flight schedule, boy?
What about it?
We land in Albuquerque at 4 a.m. That's strictly a 9 o'clock town.
Well, I know a friend that'll help us.
Let's have the problem first. Huh, Danny?
Oh, he's worried about Paula.
I read about that cemetery business. I tried to get you kids not to buy too near one of those things. Get there soon enough as
One
it
of
is.
those things.
He thought it'd be quiet and peaceful there.
No doubt about that. It's quiet, all right, like a tomb.
Haven't you heard? Everyone's dying to get
I'm
in.
sorry,
Come on,
Jeff,
Paula,
that's
do the joke.
Hey, I almost forgot what I came in here for. How's the coffee situation?
That's for me.
It sure wouldn't hurt a thing, Edie.
Okay, be right back. And say, Jeff, make that coffee.
Is that the same actress who's playing his wife?
Not only she throws
They're
cold
basically
water
the
on
same
my
character.
Albuquerque
The
plan,
sound
now
of the
she's
way they
repeating herself.
interact.
How about that Albuquerque ball?
I can't resist your charm, Danny boy.
Don't open the curtains too wide, Edie, because we'll see it as the soundstage.
Residents near the cemetery.
There you go. There's a little bit
paid
more of
attention to
Bella.
the
Bella's
blast of
back.
thunder and the flash of lightning. But from the blast arose the moving figure of
I love that you can see this is
old
evidently
man.
like a different looking graveyard to the graveyard
Yeah,
when it's on
yeah,
a
yeah.
soundstage.
Just whenever Bela Lugosi turns up, it's like someone who can barely walk stuttering into a pro celebrity golf tournament.
And then we have this shot of Bela Lugosi going to the door of a house.
And that's the pilot's missus.
That's Paula, yeah.
Hello? Who? Mac? Well, hi, Mac. Sure, I'm all right. I just fell asleep. Tell me
No,
I'm
no, no, no,
all
no.
right.
No, if he's meant to be a vampire, You can't just go in. She's got to invite him in.
He's
Unless...
not a vampire. He's resurrected dead by Plan 9, remember?
Ah, but why is he dressed as a vampire then?
Because it's Bela Lugosi.
Fine, this is what he does.
It's
All
his
right.
real.
Cool.
It's in his rider. Ed Wood was going to make a made-for-TV film, I think, called Dr. Acula. It's spelled Dr. Acula with Bela Lugosi. Now here's the stunt doubles back.
Danny's right. Danny wants to be buried in a tuxedo and a cape.
Can we watch how threatening he is here as she skips past him? Thank you, John Robinson. They're coming to get you, Barbara, very slowly and occasionally stopping to change actor. There's Bella again. Oh, there's Vampira.
Vampira looks pained as though she's halfway through a difficult bowel movement.
There's that same shot of Bella coming out of the trees.
That's the exact same shot. There is a signpost. Oh, no, it's a grave.
It's a tiny waist, isn't it? Is it going to be a hand? Is it going to be a hand? Is it going to be a hand? Is it going to be a chest burster?
I wanted to be a hand with a hand puppet on it.
Oh, Bela Lugosi.
Yes. Hang on, this is from another completely different movie. Oh, no, it's the car!
It's Clay!
In a better movie, this part would be played by John Goodman.
That lighting's really good.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'll give him credit for that. You know what? This guy's gets all the best lighting.
Yeah.
I'm glad that Martin is keeping count of daytime, nighttime, nighttime, daytime. Which, having mentioned at the top of the show, Hereditary, which I watched last week, brilliant at transitioning from daytime to nighttime, and I'm going to say that Plan 9 was a formative influence on Ari Aster.
Yeah.
Fair point, Danny. If your clothes had crushed the lower half of your ribcage, you too would look pained.
It's mad how long this sequence is lasting as well. I say that. They have a run time to get up to.
Alright, almost nice composition there of the black car and the white woman. And then not Bela Lugosi. Sorry, can we start referring to him as Bela Lugosi?
Yeah. James points out, yeah, it's processing the lighting would have been more expensive.
What's wrong?
Well, he's got a big butt. Oh, wow.
There is junk in his trunk.
Lovely stuff. Daring escape.
They mentioned they were flying over Albuquerque, but this doesn't. In my head, this looks like somewhere in the south.
This is they filmed most of it in San Fernando.
Oh, right, just California. Yeah, California and not vampires doesn't really sort of work as a landscape. Thank you, John. Is fake Bella looking for some Zavirax?
This is the same shot of that car.
Ooh, the sad cat is back.
Mm-hmm. Some lovely cape work. Dancing the Paso Doble.
Yeah.
The late Bela Lugosi. And his partner, Katya Jones. The mad thing is, we're nearly 40 minutes into the film at this point.
Are we?
Yes. And this feels like we've watched 10 minutes of content.
I tell you what, the chunky lad makes a better zombie than he does a human.
Yeah.
This is the local amateur dramatic society.
You can open it now, Jack.
Oh no, it's the aliens.
Yeah.
Right, sorry.
Yes, it's obviously the interior of a spaceship they're in. Danny points out that Buffy was set in California, of course. So
Okay, fine. Fine.
they were cool modern vampires, not your old school vampires.
Turn off the electrodes quickly. They can't tell us from anyone else.
That feels like a plot point.
Hang on, how did the dead people get on the spaceship? I thought the spaceship was in the sky.
Oh, it's landed or something.
Okay, fine.
There you go, that's the exterior of it. I love the fact that we need to do arrival of a third character. We couldn't all arrive at once.
It's tough to find something when you don't know what you're looking for.
I don't think the lieutenant does either.
Then what are we doing out here? I was off duty an hour ago.
Oh, don't ask me any questions. I'm just a hard hand just like...
What do you mean what we were looking for?
What do you suppose that noise
So
was?
that uniform cop has got strong arsehole from Police Academy vibes.
Sure, it's like old Farmer Caller talked about.
Well, maybe.
The only spirits he saw tonight were those I smelled on his breath.
Well, don't forget, Miss Trent claims to have seen them, too. She didn't have anything on her breath.
She was hysterical.
True, she was frightened.
The
I'm
50s.
gonna say the shot. But don't forget that torn nightgown and the scratched feet.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that.
Guess that's why you're a detective lieutenant and I'm still a uniformed cop.
That was definitely, I hadn't thought of that. In the script, reach to tip hat off head.
Yeah. I want to watch a whole spin-off where we learn about why Larry didn't get that promotion.
For orders, I get out of here right now.
It was a saucer.
A flying
And then
saucer?
open the pick and
Makes
mix
you
as
say
well.
that?
We're halfway through. It's
Remember
it
the
feels like
noise
it
we heard
next
the
time.
other
Also,
night?
top
We
of
were
it
knocked to the
are the
ground.
sweets
How
known
could I
as
forget?
flying saucers.
Exactly.
The original flying saucers from the movie.
There you're wrong. In fact, the sound is similar. But what about the blinding light?
Oh, haven't you heard? And many times a saucer hasn't had a glow. Or a light of any kind, for that matter.
That proves it. What next, Lieutenant?
Oh, Lieutenant, maybe this doesn't mean much, but Jamie Meade found a grave that looks like it's been busted into.
What? Where?
What?
Come on, man, out with it. We haven't got all day to waste.
Oh, just over there beyond the crypt.
All right, show us the way.
Look, here it is.
Tikva,
Lieutenant.
you've missed essentially nothing.
Tikva, you have missed one of the cinematic masterpieces of the mid-20th century.
You will be able to watch this on demand afterwards. We'll
someone had
upload it
broken
to the channel.
Dirt should be
Yeah,
piled up
but
here
just get you up on board.
Looks like
Tikva,
it's fallen into
there
the
are
grave.
aliens. They have 9 plans. They may have more than 9 plans, but the 9th plan is to resurrect the dead for some unknown reason.
Technically, no.
So far, resurrected
Well, this spot
are
looks familiar, though.
not a vampire, definitely not a
investigate any
vampiress,
further without
and a
permission
big
and
chunky
mix again.
policeman.
Let's go
Ex-cop.
get it.
Ex-cop.
That's his grave
I
that
see
they just
what you mean. The
recognize.
gravestone's down there.
Well, let's go down and find out whose grave it is. How? By going down and finding out.
Are you sure you mean that?
Who's on
Lieutenant?
first?
If
But
I did,
Edward
I wouldn't have said it. Scared?
I'm so sorry. That sounds like a
what do I
conversation
say?
I've had with my children multiple times today.
Monsters, graves, bodies.
Oh my!
Very neatly collapsed grave now.
Casket's here, but nobody's in it.
Can you read the name on the casket?
It's too dark.
He says,
me a
looking at the
flashlight.
wall of the grave.
How about a map?
We sure could try it.
Oh my
Let
god.
me have them.
Okay.
Yeah, this is, I guess Robinson points out yet more excellent gun work from the chief detective.
Inspector Clay's grave. But he ain't in it.
But meanwhile, at the Pentagon, in Washington, D.C.
It's Tim Curry.
Right, G2.
And he's playing phone chess.
Come in. Yes, of course. I'll keep in touch.
James Barrett, I don't know enough about Mormonism to get that reference, but I bet it's excellent.
Well, James says there's a Plan 10 from outer space, but unless there actually is...
Yeah, also possible.
I understand, Colonel, you've been on tap for many of our sauce.
Thank you, Danny Grocott.
I'm in charge of field operations, sir.
You believe there are such things as flying saucers, Colonel?
Yes, sir.
You've seen them?
Yes, sir.
You realize there's a government directive stating that there is no such thing as a flying saucer?
Yes, sir.
You stand by your statement that you've seen flying saucers?
Well,
It's the real fizzing ping-pong conversations that were going on here. It's, you know, you can see where Aaron Sorkin learned his craft.
Direct orders.
General Roberts, may I speak freely?
You may.
How could I hope to hold down my command if I didn't believe in what I saw and shot at?
I like you, Colonel.
Ooh,
Thank
kiss,
you.
kiss.
There are flying saucers.
You mean like those flying saucers we've
doubt
seen and
they're
shot
in
at?
our skies. Been there for some time.
What are we going to do about them?
Who knows?
Then, they really are there.
I thought you were convinced of that.
I am.
We've had contact with them.
There is a Plan 10. I'm going to Google it right now, James.
Radio.
They speak our language?
Well, not quite. We've received messages from their spaceships. For a while, it came in as just a lot of jumbled noise.
And now, sir?
Well, since they first tried contact
By George, he's
by
right.
radio, we've developed a
From
language.
1994.
A surreal satire of Mormon theology.
Any language.
Well, we know what we're watching next year.
Yeah.
General, what's this all got
Hang
to
on,
do
a
with
surreal
me?
satire of Mormon theology. So, it is the...
Book of Mormon.
Yeah, the
Without the
pre-run into the
songs.
Book of Mormon.
Time you heard these recordings. Do you mind?
Mind? Huh, I'm anxious.
This is Eros, a space soldier.
Oh, this is
of a planet of
Dudley
your
Manlove speaking. He's playing a character called Eros. It makes
Of
sense,
course.
doesn't it?
Our language differences. However, I also know you finally have perfected the dictorobatary, or as you on Earth call it, the language computer. So you can now understand that which
Plot hole filled in seamlessly.
Since the beginning of your time, we have been far beyond your planet. It has taken you centuries to even grasp what we developed eons of your years ago. Do you still believe it impossible we exist? You didn't actually think you were the only inhabited planet in the universe.
Forward thinking.
How can any race be so stupid?
Condescending.
Permit me to set your mind at ease.
Polite.
You do not want to conquer your planet. Only save it.
Say what?
We could have destroyed it long ago if that had been our aim. Our principal purpose is friendly. I admit we have had to take certain means which you might refer to as criminal. But that is because of your big guns which have destroyed some of our representatives. If you persist in denying us our landings, then we must only accept that you do not want us on friendly terms. We then have no alternative but to destroy you before you...
We've come to help you, but if you won't let us help you, we will destroy you.
It's the American way, Barry. Sorry, David and Tyler.
Yeah.
What you are doing. You are on the verge of destroying the entire universe. We are a part of that universe. This is our last...
Cliffhanger.
That's the end of that one. Atmospheric conditions in outer space often interfere with transmitting.
How many of these recordings do you have, General?
An even dozen up to now. This was the last one. We received it over a month ago.
You think they mean business?
We can't afford to take any chances. Come over here. You ever been to Hollywood?
Oh, a couple of times.
I think this
2
map
years
features
ago.
in several other
Going to be
films featured
there
in
in
the
the
same film studio. I'm
Just a
just
few
saying
minutes
that,
from Hollywood,
according
in
to
the town
IMDb.
of San Fernando,
This exact same map.
reports have come in of saucers flying so low the exhaust knocked people to the ground. There have even been stated claims of saucer landings.
Major Carlson will replace you while you're out there. You're the best man for the job of attempting to contact them.
Thank you,
Find them,
Nell.
Colonel. See what in hell it is.
Say
they
no-
want.
Be nice to Nell,
Yes, sir.
everyone in the chat. Nell has been running our social media accounts for the last few months and is brilliant. And she can't hear us saying this.
These are confidential
but maybe she'll catch it
requests,
later
Colonel.
on.
Read them over
We
carefully
appreciate
on
you.
the plane. Turn them over to intelligence when you get to Los Angeles. They'll have further orders for disposition. Yes, sir.
Ed Wood was given
Colonel
a
Edwards?
film camera
Yes,
for his
sir.
12th birthday party,
luck.
and some of the first footage he captured was of the Hindenburg on its way to crash in New Jersey, which started him off on a long list of disastrous films.
And it's going to appear later in Plan 9.
It wasn't of the actual crash, it was a Hindenburg flying overhead on its way to eventually crash in New Jersey.
So, the logo for my comedy club is a zeppelin.
Yeah.
And to extend my son's vocabulary, I was very happy to teach him that word. And he went, Daddy, can I see another picture of one? So I typed zeppelin into Google Images, and he got to see the Hindenburg in full flames. And all I got was, Daddy, is it meant to look like that?
Suspicion has fallen upon our movements. Our ships have been viewed near the point of operations.
And what has this added time gained, Euros?
I love John
We have
Breckinridge.
successfully risen 3 of the dead ones.
Permit me to see one.
Bring in the big one. Use your small electrode gun.
As opposed to your large electrode gun.
I have
Is that
taken
the same
2
shower
ships
curtain
from
again?
your command.
But
No, they're two
that
different
will leave
colours.
only my ship.
Yes.
It is
One's for the
necessary
shower
to
curtain, one's for the
continue
steam
your
room.
mission alone. I have need of your other ships elsewhere. Even though you have risen 3 of the Earth's dead, the plan is far from successful.
Well, yeah, exactly. There's
You,
like 4
Euros,
billion
proved
people on
not
Earth.
operational
Come on,
success.
up your game,
No
mate.
more time, energy, ships, and your countrymen may be spent on it.
We will not fail. Everything is on our side.
Not everything. You do not have the live Earth people. You reported that your ship was viewed at the scene of your present operations.
That is correct.
They have been viewed many times, but not at the scene of operations. Something must be done about that.
Breckinridge on the right is friends with Princess Margaret, Noel Coward, J. Edgar Hoover.
That is some dinner party.
Yeah.
Stop him, Turner. He's
Ed
close
Sullivan,
enough. Turn off
Elvis.
your electrode gun. No! No! Stop him, Dennis!
I can't get it, it's jammed.
Stop him, you fool!
Because he only took
Gun
the
to the
small
floor,
electrode
The
gun.
metal will break contact.
That was too close.
Yes. Bring the giant here that I may get a better look at him.
It's proper Hammer.
Yeah.
The Clay character, isn't he?
Yeah, he's smashing it. The makeup's good as well, the facial expressions. He looks like he could do a mean 5-minute turn in a Royal Rumble.
Is he the one who's a former wrestler? I feel like James Barton know this. One of the actors in this is a former wrestler. It must be Clay,
One is a
surely.
woman,
Yeah.
the other an old man.
An old man, you say?
Yes, Excellency.
This gives me a plan.
Well, also, it's not surprising if he's giving the best performance in the film if he's an ex-wrestler, because they've got some
Make
sort
sure it's
of
in working order
performance
before pointing
ability.
it at him.
Whatever made it jam seems to have been cleared by the fall.
Take him back to the ship.
Have a look at this, him. Clay.
Tickford, is this movie suggesting that all British people are in fact aliens?
Yeah.
No, but you know the
Yes, Tor Johnson is the actor, the
Ah,
wrestler.
Send the old one.
you know that all Hollywood movies suggest that we're the bad guys.
Then cut the electrokinetic and turn on your ship's decomposure ray. The result will
A
astound those
decomposure ray. I think that ray was shot at the England football team between 1967 and...
your other recruits from the cemetery.
Yes, Excellency. It'll be done.
Report to me when this has been accomplished.
He's so camp. I love him.
Eros, the Earth people are getting closer to that which we fear. Since they will not listen or respect our existence, they cannot help but believe our powers when they see their own dead walking round again, brought about by our advancement in such things.
Oh, I am waiting for him to turn to camera and be like, oh, I am naughty,
March
aren't
on
I?
the earth, let nothing stand in your way. Their own dead will be used to make them accept our existence and believe in that fact.
Same shots as before of the bees leaving the hive. So there's that car shot again.
Oh,
hang on, you've got a lot of you.
yeah, right. Drink if you see that shot again. Drink if you see that shot again. Oh, for we the British. It's
Mr. Miss Strand, this is Colonel Edwards from Washington, D.C.
Good evening, Colonel.
Hello, Colonel.
Colonel would like to ask you a few questions.
Questions? What about, Colonel? May I, sit down?
Oh, I'm sorry. Please do.
David pointing
I
out that
wanna
the
ask you
motivation is
about
just to
your
be
strange
acknowledged.
experience
Yes,
the night
the aliens just want the Earthlings to go, yes, okay, do your job.
isn't all of our motivations just to be acknowledged?
I hope I never see such a sight again.
Well, after your description, I don't think I'd want to see it either. One thing more. Forced to the ground by that blast of wind was
John Robinson suggesting if the aliens just want to be noticed, why don't you just send hot photos? Yeah.
John, are you suggesting that the sex bots in our chat are actually communications from another world?
I couldn't see a thing. We could only feel the pressure.
Also, I feel like at the minute, if aliens got in touch, either as a species we would reply, new phone, who dis, or you clearly would just go, sure, send nudes.
The chiropractor's back. Bella's back. It's just the same 5 shots over and over this film.
This is the most fantastic story I've ever heard.
Is it though?
And every word of it's true, too.
That's the fantastic
Ed
part.
would actually use that line of dialogue on the poster.
We found a lot of suspicious things out in that cemetery. Then again, didn't find anything to base a fact or suspicion on. Hey,
And I use this term loosely, script seems beautifully designed that any chance there's a moment of slight raise in tension, the next line will deflate it immediately.
you see anything out there, Kelton? Too dark, Lieutenant.
Kelton, I think, is a name that one of the actors lived on a street called Kelton Street. They just used that in the script. Why not? Little bit of product placement of the Coca-Cola bottles there.
Something out there.
Kelton is parked in the void again, I see.
Oh no, a man is approaching me extremely slowly. What can I do?
With his back conveniently to camera. Here they come. I'm loving the wife burying the head in the chest of trench.
Sorry, has a nuclear bomb gone off somewhere?
This is their decomposition ray or whatever.
Oh, sorry.
Uh-oh. He got hit by his own decomposition ray. And that was actually Bela Lugosi's real skeleton.
Yeah. I mean, there'd be an amazing place for some product placement of diet pills.
Yeah.
Didn't look that way a minute ago.
What about your man?
Oh, the excitement, I forgot all about Kelton.
But he's definitely a valued employee.
He'll be all right in a few minutes.
Did you see that thing? Did you get it?
We got it.
What was it? It didn't fall. I fired every bullet I had.
So did I. I don't know what it was or what happened. But unless that bag of bones over there can reassemble itself, it's out of the running now. Colonel, I've been out here so often you think I've taken a lease on this place.
Not a long lease, I hope.
I see what you mean. But you know, I can't help but feel the answer's out here somewhere.
Is the girl safe?
Mrs. Trent, you better stay with the car.
Stay here alone? Not on your life.
Why have you brought her with you? Why have you brought either of them with you? Modern woman.
Way all down through the ages, especially in a spot like this.
Calvin. Yes, sir. Stay with Mrs. Trent.
All right, Lieutenant.
Now, you stay close to the officer, honey.
I'd feel safer with you.
Why is he going? I don't know. Judging by their gun usage, I think operational safety isn't top of their
I
list.
don't like it, but I guess there isn't much I can do about it.
You have a gun? No. You know how to use one?
I've got 10 here.
After 4 years and never been before?
Here.
Got very broad shoulders, isn't he, the pilot?
You never tell.
Yeah, he's a big lad.
Let's get going.
Clearly plays college football.
You're not a policeman, are you? No, no, sirree. Well, here, have a gun.
Everyone.
Yes, that's right. James Barrett points out the Calton character is in lots of Woods films. He's like
Inspector Clay's great.
Is it the name Balthazar is in 4 different Shakespeares, I think?
Oh really? Oh, so no, but he's like the thread that goes through all of them, and they're in the same. It's sort of like with David Mitchell's books, that it's the same characters in different eras.
Yes, yeah.
I've just realised every single character, no matter whether they're dead or alive, moves with the same trudge in this movie.
This it? Yeah. Looks to me like someone has broken out instead of in.
I figured that, but that's impossible. Look, Colonel, some things just can't happen.
Yeah, well, after that apparition that was draped across Mr. Trent's patio, I would say we should keep our minds open to anything.
Look, Colonel, I'm a policeman. I've got to deal in facts. But I guess I'll have to go along with you. You know, I'll bet
Here are my
bed
principles,
right
and
now.
let me abandon them.
As future candidate for Tory Prime Minister.
They'll discover our ship soon.
You're going to let them find us?
It's the only way. These are the same men who have been so close so often. They must be halted before they can
How
inform
big is
other
this ship that it can just hide in a graveyard?
They'll be taken too.
Oh no, that should be the reveal that it's actually like the ship in inner space.
Tiny, yeah.
Also, there's just particularly your man on the left. There's hints of the chap from Galaxy Quest in him.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
ever so slightly. Again, there's what I'm saying is there is some genuine acting occurring on the spaceship.
Is Mrs. Trent asleep in the back of that car now? Oh, here's Clay again. He appears to be smoking.
Maybe we're barking up the wrong tree.
Oh no, Martin, it's all
One
very
thing
much
a policeman
steady
learned,
cam in the
Mr.
form
Trent,
as the camera is left to stand
that
steadily in one
Yeah.
place.
Right over there. Look.
Look.
We'll investigate.
I'm just trying to imagine sitting in a cinema, or probably given when it went out, like a drive-in, and having to sit through this without commenting on it, and having a bunch of other people commenting on the side and text.
Yeah.
I would... God, I'd submit after about 20 minutes. Oh, no. I'd tell you anything you need to know. No, behind you! Behind you! No!
He's back for
Oh, I heard that.
Yeah.
That sounded painful.
Proper good sound effects there.
moment or two more, and you will be the first live Earth people ever to enter a celestial ship.
Wow. Boy, how can anything that big hide for so long a time?
Is this going to be some sort of watch Medusa machine has made it invisible?
Didn't sound like that before. What do you see?
I've heard a lot of metal in my
Some
time.
kind of one-way glass.
I wonder how you get into this thing.
I'm not sure I want to find out.
There's a religion formed on Ed Wood called Woodism. It was founded in 1996 by a 19-year-old called Esteban Christian Galindo. He set up a website just with the words Ed Wood equals God on it.
They're just outside.
And it's grown into a legal religion with over 3,000 followers.
What are do we have any of the tenets of Woodism?
It's a constant search for happiness and the following of dreams and being proud of who you are, which is quite Woodish. His first film was called Glenn or Glenda, which is sort of semi-autobiographical.
Glenn or Glenda or Glengarry or Glen Ross. That's just a declension, isn't it?
Yeah, Glenn, Glenda, Glengarry, Glen Ross.
That's what we're here for.
He's in it. He plays a transvestite.
That's a chance we take.
Well, I took a chance on those earlier airplanes. Might just as well see what the inside of one of these looks like. Got your guns ready? I'll tell you one thing, if a little green man pops out of me, I'm shooting first and asking questions later.
No, it's just humans in shiny costumes, actually, mate. That shot could have started a second soon.
Yeah. That is fair, Tickper. She does have a good screen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anne of Glen Gables.
Well, wouldn't it be better to kill a few
I wonder if that was her scream or whether it was, there's like a...
the Wilhelm scream.
There we are.
Yeah. Like a
Of course.
stock scream.
But those are not my words. Those are the words of the ruler.
The ruler? Do you think we get to meet the ruler?
That's Breckenridge, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've met him already. He probably wasn't free for filming this day.
We will do as you command. For the moment.
No for the moment about it. You just do as I tell you.
You do not need guns.
Maybe we think we do.
Sorry, is he trying a Jedi mind trick on him there? 25 years early.
These aren't the guns you need.
Yeah. When did this movie come out? Is it
57? Is that right? 57. Film 57, released 58. I think.
I mean, listen. Of course, this is the nadir of filmmaking, but to think that we are a mere 20 years from Star Wars.
Yeah.
Shall we talk now or wait?
We talk now or dance?
Yeah.
What friend?
Those you left at the vehicle.
If you've done anything to Paul,
Take it easy, Mr. Trent.
Oh, now I've just found it here. Lyle Talbot is General Roberts, is the guy on the right. Ooh. He was in the Batman and Robin serial film in 1949, playing Commissioner Gordon.
Going to turn on the televisor so you could see.
Sorry, that's a pre-Adam West Batman.
Yeah. And there's another character in this who's carrying a stretcher. I think he's already been in. It was uncredited stretcher bearer. Johnny Duncan. He played Dick Grayson or KK Robin in the same film.
Huh.
Yeah. There's some good.
There's some good actors doing bad work here.
Yeah, the makeup artist, the supervisor was a guy called Harry Thomas, and he refused to be credited in this because he didn't like the film. But the previous year, before they filmed this, he'd worked on the Ten Commandments. Cecil B. DeMille's.
I am a soldier of our planet.
Who did you do the makeup for? God?
That's a lot of work, Orson Welles.
We came only with friendly.
Speaking of whom, I think Vampira claims to have had an illegitimate child by Orson Welles.
Yeah, who hasn't had an illegitimate child with Orson Welles?
Yeah. For the whole universe. But your governments of Earth refused even to accept our existence.
This is literally them going, we just want a seat at the United Nations.
Still refuse to accept us.
Why is it so important that you want to contact the governments of our Earth?
Because of death. Because all you of Earth are idiots.
Now, you just hold on, Buster.
No, you hold on.
Buster.
First was your firecracker, a harmless explosive. Then your hand grenade. They began to kill your own people a few at a time. Then the bomb. Then a larger bomb.
Oh, it's an anti-war film, it turns out.
One time. Then your scientists stumbled upon the atom bomb. split the atom. Then the hydrogen bomb, where you actually explode the air itself.
It's such a
Now
50s
brings the total
film,
destruction
isn't
of
it?
the entire universe served by our sun. The only explosion left is the solar night.
But there's no such thing.
Perhaps to you. But
This word I've just heard.
So you're saying this is the 50s equivalent of Don't Look Up.
Yeah.
But the juvenile minds which you possess
Well, they're trying to say you keep inventing these amazing weapons, and if you get to invent
You're way
this,
above our heads.
you'll destroy the entire solar system that we also live in.
Yeah. So I was just waiting for him to go, "You're juvenile minds," and one of the actors to go, "Who are you calling juvenile fuckface?"
Ed Mail, yes, it is nearly over. I think it's about 10 minutes left. It's a mercifully short runtime.
are minute particles. Is it so far from your imagination they cannot do as I have suggested?
Can you not?
Why, a particle of sunlight can't even be seen or measured.
Can you not feel, Ed, that they are putting the foot down on the accelerator? That there is momentum just gathering with every step of this scene?
So what if we do develop this solenoid bomb? We'd be even a stronger nation than now.
Stronger. You see? Your stupid minds. Stupid.
You tell him, Dudley.
From you. Get back here, you
Oh, a backhand!
Yes!
There we are!
Well, I was hoping he'd stand up with the machinery on his head.
Yeah.
It's because of men like you that all must be destroyed. Headstrong, violent, no use of the mind God gave you.
Sorry, you believe in the same God as we... Oh, fair enough, good, the scriptures are on it.
Possible that we too might think of God.
I'm so sorry.
You, who wear the uniform of your country. You see, I wear the uniform of my country.
Oh.
Yes, we've had to use drastic means to get to you, but you left us no alternative. When you have the solar night, you have nothing. Nor does the universe.
Oof.
You speak of solar night, but just what is it?
I remind you, I don't believe in it.
It's made from the same stuff as unobtainium.
This can of gasoline.
You've just already explained what this bomb does.
Now, you spread a thin line of it to a ball.
Oh, God.
No, you were building to something, come on!
Represents the sunlight, the sun particles. Here we saturate the
I
ball.
like what Danny said, the aliens are Catholic.
Sunlight. And we put a flame to the ball. The flame will speedily travel around the Earth, back along the line of gasoline to the can, or the sun itself. It will explode this source and spread to every place that gasoline, our sunlight, touches. Explode the sunlight here, gentlemen. You explode the universe. Explode the sunlight here, and a chain reaction will occur.
I can't believe the
direct
denouement
to
is
the
a
sun
fucking
itself.
physics lesson.
Yeah.
And to all the
Explode the
planets that
universe.
sunlight
That reminds me of that Tom Wigglesworth stand-up set about his dad downloading the internet.
This is why you must be stopped. This is why any means must be used to stop you. In a friendly manner, or as it seems, you want it. He's mad.
Mad? Is it mad that you destroy people to save yourself?
Finally, I got a line in this scene.
Yeah.
Is it mad that one country
I-
must destroy another to save themselves? You have also done this.
It's the same actress.
Mad that one planet
Plays the wife, plays the air stewardess.
threatens the very existence.
That's enough, woman. You had your quota of lines.
We may be a progressive alien species, but we won't stand for a woman taking up the screen for more than 20 seconds.
If we had a car, we'd lock you in it. If we had a shower curtain, we'd put you behind it.
We don't cling to it like you do. Our entire aim is for the development of our planet.
It's the car again.
Drink.
Lovely slow park job.
Yeah. You've got to go out and go to the ticket machine, stick on the window.
What happened to you?
How come you're all alone? I asked for lots of help.
You sounded drunk or something on the radio.
So we thought we should only send one man.
It was horrible. And he almost broke my shoulder.
Look, what are you trying to say? If you don't make sense, we'll never get to the bottom of this. Now, who slugged you?
Inspector Clay.
What?
It was Clay, all right. Only not like we remembered him. Well, his leg was busted into, wasn't it?
Next, you'll tell me you saw skeletons.
We did, earlier.
Now I know you're off your rocker.
All of us saw it. The lieutenant, the colonel, everybody.
Where's the lieutenant now?
We gotta find him. Mrs. Trenner's gone. I was left here to guard her. But Clay showed up and put me out of the running. And the second time tonight, and I'm getting darn tired of it.
Which way were they going?
Off that way.
Come on.
Then one day it could all be gone.
He says, staring at that painting of some sky.
All that out there. The stars, the planets.
God, he's such an emo alien, isn't he?
You two had better come along with us.
Come with you? Where?
The police station.
So it seems you think you have the upper hand. Look out that window.
Jeff.
My wife.
She is unarmed. But he would kill in seconds if I so choose.
Holy cow!
Yes. Lovely 50s exclamation there. That light, which is only visible from that one point in the graveyard.
I get the feeling, is this movie just gonna end inexplicably?
It does
like,
feel like it, yeah. That the police will come and arrest the police, like at the end of the Holy Grail.
From all I've seen tonight, guns won't do any good. Clay is dead, and we buried him. How are we going to kill somebody that's...
God is dead, and we killed him.
And yet there he stands. That other one earlier, I emptied a full clip into.
I'm seeing it. That's the only reason I'm listening to you.
Gone away.
Look, I've got an idea. Hurt him or not, we've got to try something. I'm going to sneak up behind him and whop him over the head. That ought to make a move. Follow me.
Yeah, Tickver's right. That is a full-on Muppets movie maniacal laugh.
Yeah.
Grab Mrs. Trent and run like lightning in the opposite direction.
Oh, you think it'll work?
Oh, why are you
Oh,
giving
anything
these
else to try?
terrible actors lots of words to say? You might as well Clay has that scar on his face. They had to keep moving that every day because of the irritation his skin.
That was surprisingly effective.
Yeah.
To be fair, he did look like he was getting tired holding her up.
Yeah.
I'll be all right.
Yeah.
Take care of the
Keep patting my face, though.
Your men have felled the big one. This could only happen because the electrode ray is off. He'll walk again when I turn it on.
Hold it. Right there.
Suppose the lieutenant and the others are in that thing.
Well, supposing there are Martians or something in there.
Come on, let's go.
So,
Open up in there.
And they're going to get them alien lawyers. Oh. Here we go. It's all kicking off, lads.
right, come on. This is what I want. I want a Batman or A-Team fight scene. There we are. Yeah.
Oh. God, I hope they didn't have to do reshoots. That machine cost them all of the budget. Thank God there's only this one ship with any of the aliens on it. Yes! Yes! Love it!
Just staring nonplussed.
Yeah.
Get out of here, Jeff. The ship's on fire.
I've turned the thing on the wall, and it's apparently the turn that make the ship on fire button. Quick, Jeff, quick.
Is he going to go down the ship? Oh no, the room is slightly untidy. I'd better leave. This would be a great moment for a Bela Lugosi walking through a cemetery shot.
That car pulls up again. Why have they framed it with the guy out of shot on the left?
I wonder if that's the last we'll see of them.
Perhaps. But sooner or later, there'll be others.
Look!
Is that Clay?
That must be Clay.
Have they caught that woman?
Very similar skeleton to Bela Lugosi.
Yeah, very versatile
That's right.
skeleton.
Another
Multi-rolling
bull
skeleton.
running loose. And it's my guess that she'll look like him.
That's where
With the ship and the ray gun gone, they
Alec
have no
Guinness got the idea for
control.
kind hearts and coronets from.
We gotta hand it to them, though. They're far ahead of us.
And then crashes. Cut to Will Smith punching an alien. Welcome to Earth.
My friend, you have seen this incident based on sworn
Criswell's back
testimony.
with that lovely curl.
Can you prove that it didn't happen? Perhaps on your way home, someone will pass you in the dark, and you will never know it, for they will be from outer space. Many scientists believe that another world is watching us this moment. We once laughed at the horseless carriage, the airplane, the telephone, the electric light, vitamins, radio, and even television.
What are vitamins doing in
And
that
now
list?
Some of us laugh at outer space. God help us in the future.
And there you have it, folks. As Criswell turns into a peacock. Oh, there it is. Martin asks where Vampira is. I imagine that she just wasn't available for filming on that last day. Much like John Breckenridge wasn't. Oh dear.
That.
Look how massive Criswell's credit is. Yeah, Reverend Lynn Lemon. There we are.
Great. Let's watch The Jungle Book from 1942.
Oh no, please let's not. I imagine that'll be immensely racist.
Yes.
Let's make ourselves the big picture again. Oh, go away, whatever that is. There we go. Well,
so any questions?
Yeah. What have we learned?
Yes. You're very welcome, Dave. See you later.
God, that was it's really something, isn't it?
Yes. Yes, it is. There's some sort of craft in there that you have to admire, but also as I plunge towards my 40th year and the planet plunges towards environmental oblivion, and I'm of a mind to think I should really make every moment count. We have wasted 80 minutes of our life watching that.
Yeah, Kayla can't decide whether it was a good use or not.
Yep. Oh yeah, Kayla said it beautifully. Martin, we must do this again. We will absolutely find other pieces of art.
Uncopyrightable art.
Yeah, I feel like there's some sitcoms in there that need watching.
Oh well, I don't know if my mother, the car, is out of copyright.
That's 60s or early 70s.
I think it's early 60s. Yeah, so it might just.
David has asked, will that speech at the end be in the exam? Yes, you have to memorise the list of things that apparently we used to be in awe of before outer space.
What a weird episode of the Generation Game conveyor belt round that was.
I was waiting for the whole
we used to laugh at cuddly toys.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all very much for joining us. If you're a Patreoner, if you're not a Patreoner, if you are a Patreoner who's on Discord, we're going to hop into the Discord Patreon lounge for a few minutes, and where you'll actually be able to talk to us rather than type at us. So if you want to say hello over there, we'll have a quick chat. If you didn't catch all of it, like I know Tikva, who arrived a bit later, we'll make sure this video goes up on the YouTube channel for you to watch back, so you can watch from the start, including the bit where I had a mild panic attack, worrying that you couldn't hear us once we started the film. A week's worth of preparation. And yeah, we must do this again. It's lovely to have a lot of you watching a terrible film with us.
Yeah,
it's so bad. That skeleton. I love how clean that skeleton is. It's fresh out of the plastic.
Yeah.
But other than that, thanks very much, and I'll hop on the Discord now once we finish up here. So thanks very much for watching. We'll see you again soon.
See you again soon. Bye.
Bye.